but not until I was on his level that he go, I'm not fine with that, right? So we address it. When we see that negative interaction, most people, oh no, oh no, it has to happen. When's the last time anybody's done that?
Never.
Never, okay, never. So we're gonna see things, we have to see things to correct him, right? Tap. Now you're gonna pull, tap, good, like this, to bring him to your side, perfect, okay. Pull to your side again, good, yep, pull forward, good job. Yep, good.
He's just leaning against me.
There we go. Good. With this exercise, we can also pair in food. The difference is most training is your dog doesn't like me, and I'm going to use food to get him to like me. Okay? That either does one of two things. Dog won't take it because they're too stressed out, they don't care about the food. Tip. Or two, if the dog does take the food, the dog's learning, if I lunge and bark at you, you give me food. And that's just teaching the wrong thing, right?
Yeah.
The difference now is we have something that can actively stop him. So when I give the reward, like the reward is actually reinforcing what we want, which is sociable behavior, okay? So I'm gonna come in again to pet him. Okay, and you can see him staring at me, right?
Yeah.
Good. So most people aren't gonna come and just do this. So we have a very strict, structured approach. And it sounds kind of silly, but it helps the dog because it makes it a bit more predictable, okay? Is most people, when they want to pet the dog, do this, okay? You can already see right away he's looking. Tap. Good. I don't do that. We're in this exercise, we're trying to set it up so that yes, he might fail, but at the same time you want him to succeed. The best way to approach is actually from the side, okay? And then what we do here, I'll show you, is if I have Azul, for the dog, right? He would be here to me, and I shorten the leash so that there's very little slack, and then I hold him here.
Okay.
Because if the person's next to him, he's gonna go this way, right? To go after him. So when we do this, the leash is so short that he can't get very far. But then also, I'm here. I have my arm kind of like hugging him, so his head's through here, and my hand's kind of on the chest. I'm not doing this. I'm just like this. So again, in case he tries to go, when I tighten up, he's not going to escape. He's not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So go ahead, come over, and you can kneel on my sleeve here. And you're going to position them to your side, either side.
Good.
Good. Good. And then you can have remote in hand.
So I guess like
There you go, like that. Good. And then for the right arm, it's coming around like that. Yes. So when I come to approach, it would be more like this. Okay. Stop. See what he does. Does he react? We address the reactivity. Once he's neutral, I come here. Okay? Does he react? Is he growling? Is he staring? Whatever. We correct whatever we need to. Then I'm here. Right? So you see, yep, good. Wait a moment. And you see his mouth right now.
It's open.
Right? It's open. What does open tell us?
Just relax.
Relaxed, venting stress,
Yeah.
relaxed state, right? So he was fine with the front. He was fine standing to the side. He was not fine when I crouched. But that's why we do step,
One step at a time.
Exactly. People tend to move very fluidly. They tend to just come over and start petting the dog, right?
Or immediately reach for him.
Yes. So tip. tap. And then lightly pull back on him to bring him back, tap, tap, pull, 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 tap. There he is. And then, okay, this is fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna touch. So what happened to the mouth?
Close, I think.
Closed.
Can't see.
Is there some grumbling here?
Yeah.
Tap the grumbling. Tap. Tap. Yep. Tap, tap. Hold. Good. Back to open mouth. Touch. Yep. Tap. Tap. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Good. Let's go to 60. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Coming in again. So I'm not touching here. Yeah. Tap. Good. Now I'm touching. Good. And he's very faintly looking at me from the side. Okay.
This is mouth open.
Now I'm gonna get up and move away.
Okay.
We might see something here. Yep. Just a tiny bit with the mouth.
Yeah.
pucker.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can stand if you'd like. We'll rest for a moment. So there is a great example. So humans tend to rush things, and I do things very step by step.
One step at a time.
Yes, because remember last class when I just walked up to you, how he was to this? Like that's a huge improvement, right? But now we're pressing. So he was fine with this, he was fine with this, but not until I was on his level that he go, I'm not fine with that, right? So we address it. When we see that negative interaction, most people, oh no, oh no, it has to happen. When's the last time anybody's done that?
Never.
Never. Okay? Never. So we're gonna see things. We have to see things to correct him. Right? Now, when we start correcting behaviors, what you'll commonly read online is, oh, you're just suppressing the behavior. You're just creating a bigger problem. And I go, no, I'm not suppressing the behavior. I'm teaching them that that particular behavior is not an option to figure something else out to deal with it, right? And typically when we're dealing with aggression behaviors, we want to see avoidance first. So like let's say he's dog reactive and you correct all the reactivity, and then one day you're walking with him, he's going to see the dog and you might see him go to your opposite side. Okay, that's avoidance. Where he goes, okay, I can't be reactive because I know I'll be corrected, but this dog still stresses me out, so I'm going to give more space by going to the opposite side, and then the dog passes, and then you'll see them go back to the original side, and they do it all on their own. Okay, that's not training. That's avoidance behavior. You ever been to the store and you see someone you don't want to talk to, and you go down a different aisle?
Yeah.
Okay, that is avoidance behavior. Okay, so we all do it: fight, flight, avoidance, submission. We all have those responses. So here, we worked through it. I was touching him, and then 55 wasn't working very well. How did I know that?
Because he still kept growling.
He kept growling, and there was a point where you're tapping him, and then he started to lean in.
Yeah.
Right. So that's when I pulled back. I had you double tap, pulled him back, and I'm like, all right, let's go to 60 now. Okay, because he's probably going to escalate if you don't increase it. Okay, because we're putting so much social pressure on him that now it's starting to override the collar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's too much for him.
Yes. Okay. But that's the thing about e-collar is you can see it literally snap him out of it, right? Where he's looking at it. Because you're like another dog that's biting at him and going, your state of mind is not acceptable right now. And that's the one thing about remote collar is that it can actually correct mental state and make the dog disengage.
Thought,
Exactly.
Jesse, could you explain a little bit more Vanessa's position where she also kneeled down? Is there a reasoning behind also having her wrap her arm?
So with the arm wrap, right? So leash is short here, so he can't get far. The arm is here to contain
physical barrier.
Yes, in case he tries to. So it also blocks the head. So you notice I was petting at the rear, right? So if he's here and I'm petting at the rear, if he tried to go, her elbow is going to block.
Oh, gotcha.
The muzzle.
So it's like a safety.
Yeah. So we have muzzle, we have leash, we have how we hold the dog, all as barriers. Because even me as a trainer, and even though he's got a muzzle on, I still get a little nervous.
Right.
I've actually been bitten through a muzzle. I've actually been bitten with a dog that had 2 muzzles on.
Wow.
He had the mesh muzzle with this muzzle, and he charged me, and I swear to God, he timed it because this bends. When his mouth slammed into my leg with the front of his teeth, because the mesh ones, they can still back the front of the teeth. He got me through with the front of his teeth. Okay, so with this, unless they're being super dumb and like putting their fingers in his mouth, right? That shouldn't happen. But for the average person, especially if they've seen his bad side.
They're going to be a little nervous.
So then he goes, you're trying to approach me and you look nervous. And it makes him distrust them, which is going to incentivize him to be negatively reactive, right? But we have to work with those things. So all of this stuff that we're doing is to also help the person go like, oh wow, like it looks like you know what you're doing and this looks fairly secure. And you can explain it to them, right? Like, oh, he's got the muzzle on is one thing. We have the leash short here because it limits how far he can go. And then our arm is here too, because if he's gonna try to go for you, he's gonna wanna turn around because we're petting at the rear. I didn't come in and pet him at the face. That's what everybody wants to do, is come for the face. Like if you come for the face, you're gonna get bit, okay? We have to work through that. So we start with the rear first and then work our way up the body, slowly seeing where he's comfortable. And then maybe when we get to the shoulder, all of a sudden he's like, I don't like the shoulder. Then we gotta work through that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's a very step-by-step process. The other thing for me, in my opinion, is it makes it predictable for Azul, right? Where like it can work both ways, where it's kind of like, oh shit, like you're setting me up to be pet. But at the same time, he's like, okay, like I know what's gonna happen here. And it's worked out 100 times and nothing bad has happened. The only thing anything bad happens is if I act out aggressively, then I get corrected on the collar. So that must be acceptable. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
The other thing is when you went to open mouth and I was petting him, now my touch is related to what?
Just
Because open mouth is what?
Being relaxed.
relaxed. Okay.
Right? But if I'm petting him and he's tense the entire time, and it happens, but if he's tense in the way of like, I want to bite you, I'm just touching him while he wants to bite me. And that's what he's relating, right? But if I can snap that out of him, and he goes to
He
neutral state.
associates it with the more. Okay.
So we want to remember that our touch is reinforcement. Maybe not so much mine as much yours, right? But like, for example, if he's anxious right now, a lot of people would pet their dog to console them. But what they're telling them is, you should feel anxious right now. When you tap them, you're telling them what?
Stop it.
Don't be anxious
Yeah,
right
don't be
now.
anxious.
Tap, tap. There we go. Does that all make sense? Questions?
That makes sense.
You
So-
want to try it?
We should try this with our guests.
Yes, and I'll explain how we're going to get to that process, okay? Check, check. Yep, bring them in, take your time. Good. So, you know, back, she's more parallel to you.
Back 'em up.
Better. And then your right arm comes around the front shoulder. And then you shorten a little bit more on your leash with the left hand. There you go. Excellent. Okay, so same thing. I come from the front. So we got closed mouth right now. It's open mouth. Okay. Come to the side. Open mouth. Subtle side eye. Not caring too much. I crouch. Still open mouth. A little bit more side eye, but still not too sus. Then I go for the reach.
Closes his mouth.
Tap. Wait a moment. Tap. Wait a moment. Okay, contain. Yep. Hold. Wait a moment. He's reading the situation. There it is. So he was actually more uncomfortable with me petting him with Miguel than he was with you. You noticed that?
Yeah.
So I'm more nervous. Or,
But now I'm gonna start to climb up the body. He had open mouth still. And he's standing, which is good. Good. I'm gonna go for the tail. Pull the tail a little bit. Yep. Do it again. Good. Good. So I'm gonna get up. Good. And you can relax.